Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Jack. So, as of right now, it is 3:15 in the morning on the 24th of January. So, I know it's pretty early in the morning, but I just had a really, really quick nightmare. It was pretty creepy. I don't remember much from it. It literally just happened, like just now, like within the last 5 minutes. Sorry, my voice is so deep and quiet because, like I said, I'm barely waking up from whatever I just dreamt about. um, it's really early, so I don't know how long this is probably gonna take. This will probably be the shortest episode I've ever done for Scares and Nightmares because it happened so fast and I wasn't even asleep for very long while it happened. But here's what I remember. So this is what happened. I was watching this I was watching this happen like in front of me, almost as if I was there, but I wasn't there. It felt like I was watching it through whoever this was happening to's eyes. So like I wasn't there in person. It was just like I was experiencing it from their point of view, basically, even though it wasn't me. What I remember is the Ghost Adventures crew was investigating some haunted place. I have no idea what it was or where it was. All I remember was they invited someone in. I guess it was like a priest or somebody, and basically they told this guy to go lay in this room that was like just a few doors down from where each of them were gonna be laying down in their own room. And they were gonna be asking questions and seeing if they can get any voices or anything like that. Well, what happened was, as soon as they invite this guy in, they're talking to him and everything, and they send him down to this room that's like it's down a hallway, and the doorway is open, and he has a night vision camera, but it's like mounted to his chest, so he's not holding it. It's almost like a chest-mounted camera, I guess you could say. So here's what happened. Right as soon as this guy was going into the room, that's when it felt like the focus like shifted to where I was like a spectator, I guess you could say, where it was like I could see what was going on around him through his camera on his chest. And what I remember happening was he was laying face down on the bed, but like he was sitting up a little bit, so you couldn't see. He was asking questions and stuff, and then he hears a noise behind him in the doorway, back where he's standing. And where his bed is inside the room, it's like around a corner a little bit, so you can't see directly out in the doorway. You can only partially see, just a little bit. But all I remember was once he hears a noise, he turns around, and as he's slowly trying to get off the bed, my you could see from his point of view on the camera. It's almost like it's my eyes, but I can see from his camera. And as he's moving around, he's trying to get off the bed. He's trying to go back out the doorway. As he's moving around, he's like calling out to Zach because he thinks it's him. Because he thinks he hears somebody out in the hallway. He just figured it was him or one of the guys. So he said his name, and as he's moving around, the camera gets a clear shot of the doorway, and all you can see is just a figure standing there. like a tall, dark figure standing there. But he can't see it because it's dark, and only I can see it through the camera. So he's rustling around and everything, trying to get back to his feet. And then he comes back behind the wall because he's trying to get up so he can go around the hallway. Goes around the corner, figure's gone. And I think the guy might have seen the last bit of it as it was disappearing, and it freaked him out a little bit. And then a little bit later, he goes to the guy's room, and he's checking up on them, seeing how they're doing and everything. He's asking them questions about what's going on and how their night's been with the investigation. And the last thing I remember is the guy's asking Zach, by the way, were you standing in the doorway? In my doorway over there by my room where I was staying? And he's like, no, and he gets like the most craziest shocked look on his face, and he's like, are you serious that you weren't standing in the doorway? Because I saw a giant dark figure standing in my doorway while I was laying down. And I think I might have caught it on my chest camera when I was getting up. And then they checked the footage later on after the investigation, and you could partially see that it was there and disappearing right in that moment. And it felt so terrifying because it felt like I was literally the eyes of the camera and I could see everything that was going on, but I wasn't there. And it was terrifying. I literally just woke up from that like 5 minutes ago. Got up, used the bathroom, immediately got on this because I had to put it out there before I forgot anymore. But that felt really scary. And also because I've had a similar dream like this before, actually not too long ago, on Scares and Nightmares, where I was with like a paranormal investigation crew or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I have to go back and look. That was pretty scary. And because of that, I think I'm going to title this episode "The Figure in the Doorway" for our Scares and Nightmares season 4 finale. That was pretty crazy. So I know it was a pretty short episode. Please forgive me for that. But I gotta say it every time. Some episodes I'll remember a lot, and some probably not quite as much. But if it's noteworthy and I feel like it's worth sharing, I'll remember as much detail as I can, and then I immediately get on and record it so I don't forget it. But that's gonna do it for season 4 of Scares and Nightmares. I hope everybody enjoyed, and the series will come back for another season, for season 5. But that just depends on what other scares or nightmares that I have. So that remains to be seen. We'll find out together. So I want to thank you all for listening. I know it was pretty early in the morning. It was about 3:15 as of recording this. It's probably a little bit after that now. I want to thank you all for listening. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next season of Scares and Nightmares. Good night, everyone. I'm going back to sleep. Wish me luck.